Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another reading. We're going to see what your energy is versus the energy around you and what the situation could possibly be going on and how you should navigate this situation, okay? Make sure you use your own intuition before anything, okay? I hope these messages help you, but I also want for these messages to more so solidify and confirm what you already feel is the best option for you. Don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. If you got any hypes, hype up the video. If you want to book a personal, the link is below. And if you find benefit in this reading and you want to donate, you can use the PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle option in the description box, okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get into it. For Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces. Oh, shy, timid, hesitant, reserved. Okay, so there's some type of shy energy here, peeking around the corner. Peeking around the corner, child. Receptive, open, accepting, welcoming. Unfulfilled, dissatisfied, and complete, purposeless. So somebody's struggling, I feel, to come out of their shell. It's like there's this receptivity, this open arms type of feeling. It's like, yeah, come on, you can, it's okay. Don't be shy, come on. And it's like somebody is very hesitant to trust this acceptance or trust this openness or kind of reveal themselves fully. Okay. And it could be because of that feeling that they may feel something is missing or that they're missing something. Kind of feels like inadequacy. Anyway, what's Pisces energy? Ooh. What's Pisces energy at this time, Spirit? Irritated in reverse. So you're trying to avoid any irritation. Annoyed, aggravated, bothered. You're trying to avoid irritation. Envious, jealous, suspicious, possessive. Peaceful, calm, serene, and centered. Okay. So you're removing some type of irritation or something that's irritating you. You're separating yourself from it. Like, you know how we talk about, and especially recently, we've talked about like the fact that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Eight of Wands. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You don't have to be anywhere that you don't want to be. You don't have to deal with a situation that you don't want to deal with. Kind of like if you don't like what someone is saying, don't listen type of energy. So I feel like there could be, I don't know, someone may be in a relationship. There could be a couple here. I feel like someone's trying to involve you in something, but you're the third wheel and you're like, that's irritating. I don't want to be the third wheel. I'm more at peace on my own or by myself. Or someone wants to be connected to you and they're irritating. They get on your nerves. It's like, it's okay to open up, Pisces. It's okay to be here. And it's kind of like if someone invites you to a couples event, but you're not in a couple, but that person wants you to come anyway. And it's like, why am I going to a couples event and I'm single? You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel out of place here. So I just feel like what's the point? And before I turned on the camera, I said to myself, everybody's trying to figure it out. Okay. What's the energy around Pisces, Spirit? Vulnerable? Defenseless, unprotected, helpless. Safe, secure, sheltered, protected. Receptive. Okay. We saw that receptive card. What was that other card? That's interesting that powerless is under there. I feel like there's some type of safety and security that you don't trust with someone. Like someone's trying to make you feel like you can come out of your shell. You can come out of hiding. You can open up to me and let me know everything that's on your mind and all of your thoughts and all of the things that you don't tell anyone. I can be your secret keeper. I can be the one who's here to support you and who you depend on. I'm safe. But I also feel like that's disempowering in some way. Like unfulfilled. Yeah, I feel like you guys don't like the way someone or something makes you feel. Even though a person or a situation is trying to reassure you that you're safe or that you can trust them or that you can open up to them, you can come out to them. This could be about that, but it doesn't have to be. It just kind of feels like someone wants you to feel this safety and security that they're there for you, but you don't feel that way. It kind of feels like also a situation where, like, when people know that something is going on with you and they're like, oh, you can talk about it with me. You can tell me how you feel. You can get things off your chest. I can listen to you talk about your problems. But it's like, if that person doesn't have a solution, it's like there's no point in talking about it because you're just kind of speaking more of it into existence. Even though I don't think this person's intentions or the energy around you, I don't think the energy around you's intentions is to be spiteful or negative or anything. But I believe what I'm feeling from you is that it's like, okay, if you have a problem going on, you don't want to just sit around and talk about the problem all day. Like, to you, that's counterproductive. To you, that's dwelling on it, you know? To you, it makes you feel like you're just perpetuating it. And it's like someone may think that they're being helpful, or they may think that they are relatable to you or trying their best to relate to you so that you can sense their openness and welcoming receptivity, but you don't see it like that. Because it's like, it's pointing out everything that you don't want to think about. It's bringing up all the things that you don't want to discuss. Right? Like when my mom passed and I was young, people would say, oh, I'm here for you. You can talk to me if you want to talk to me. But I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk about that shit. I want to do other things besides everything else besides talk about that. It's like, okay, you know, and I don't think somebody gets that. They think that you're shy or that you're like holding back because you're afraid to open up. You're not afraid to open up. I just feel like you don't want to, because whatever the feelings are that you're trying to move forward from, you don't feel like it would be productive to just keep bringing it up or keep dwelling on it or keep talking about it. Okay. So what's the situation here? 7 of Swords. Okay. There's a little bit of sneakiness going on. Someone's being a little bit sneaky or conniving or calculated. You may feel that. You may feel like someone is being calculated. It's like, Why is it that you want me to open up? Why is it that you want me to tell you all my secrets? Why is it that you want me to feel safe talking to you about things that are private or personal? Why do you want me to be vulnerable with you? What is your motive? What is your intention? You feel like there's something behind someone's actions. You feel like there's something behind it that you don't see. King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, possibly, maybe Capricorn. It's like, are you just being nice to me because you feel like you can benefit in the future by being nice to me? Like, what is your motive? What's the end result of all of this? Because I feel like you guys have a strategy that requires you to be independent, or there's something going on in your life that you want to achieve that requires you to have peace and tranquility and time to reflect peacefully upon your thoughts. That Nine of Pentacles looks a lot like the peaceful card. You need alone time to be centered and ground yourself. And I feel like there's someone who could be distracting you from that. You could feel like they're trying to distract you from that. Or you could be wondering, like, what are their motives behind wanting to be involved or be included or know whatever they're trying to figure out. What's this Seven of Swords? Two of Swords. Yeah, you can't quite put your finger on it. Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you know that somebody's doing something that you can't see. Seven of Wands. You feel that there's something going on when it comes to someone's communication. It's like what they're saying on the surface is not what they mean underneath the surface. What's the two? What? Not the two. What's the Seven of Swords? One more card. Thank you. The Sun. I feel like you're really happy right now, too. Look at that. Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. There's something you're doing on your own. There's something that you're investing your time and energy in because you know the value of it. You know what it's worth. You know what it can amount to at the end of the day when everything is said and done. And I feel like you see the benefits of something that you're doing, or like if you, I don't know what you did or what you're doing, but you see the benefits of the strategy that you're implementing. You feel it mostly. You will see it in the near future. I feel like you're going to see it unfold the way that you feel whatever's unfolding underneath the surface right now happening. Somebody can see that something is going on with you that you're not saying. Someone's offering you some type of maybe job, or someone's offering you a solution to a situation. Let me see. You are being offered something here, and it feels like work. But it feels like something that you can do on your own. It's like you don't have to have someone breathing down your neck all the time. And even though something is scary, you're going to do it anyway because you feel It's like you just feel like it's the right thing to do, or you feel like it's taking you in the right direction. You're going to stand on it. You're going to defend it. You're going to be persistent and protect whatever this is. But I feel like you're skeptical still about someone or about something. One more card. 3 of Swords. A lot of swords. Leo, Libra, Aquarius, possibly Gemini, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah. Improvements are being made, Pisces. The situation right now is that you're coming from this 3 of Swords energy to feeling more healed, to feeling more happy when it comes to your circumstances. Something painful that you've experienced recently or something painful that you went through recently is beginning to brighten up. You're beginning to heal. You're beginning to feel better. And you're not quite sure exactly what's making you feel better, but I feel like slowly but surely you're starting to identify the things that were causing a problem. And you're implementing a strategy that you're not necessarily sure whether or not it's going to work, but you're trying to pay attention to the signs that you see that tell you that something is working. And you're not keen on kind of like adding variables that you don't know how they'll affect the progress that you're making. Okay? 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, it's like one thing that didn't work out opened up an opportunity for another thing to come into play. So if you lost a job, another job has presented itself. If something didn't work out the way you thought it would, or you broke up with someone, or you didn't know what to do in a situation and it was hard or difficult to process your decision or to process the outcome of a situation, it's like, you know the value or the worth of something. So it's like you're happy because that's all you need. Like, how can I explain this? It's like you're trying to rationalize or settle something that you were really disappointed about. And you're attempting to recognize like the good that came out of a situation. So it's making you happy. It's like the way you're choosing to go about healing yourself or healing and fixing a situation is making you feel better about it. You're trying to make peace with something within yourself. And you know you're going in the right direction because you feel the results of your actions. You feel the results of taking these steps towards resolving something within yourself or accepting the way that something is. You feel that benefit from doing it whatever way you're doing it. And you feel like you're making progress. Taking things one step at a time on your own time. But you're on point with whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel like no matter who tries to like interrupt you in this process, you're going to keep focused on what it is that you're doing. I feel like this is a situation where you don't want someone's help. And I'm sorry, but it's like it's not that you don't want someone's help because you don't appreciate their help or whatever they're offering you that they want you to accept. It's not like you want to insult them by not accepting whatever this is, but it's like you want to have that accomplishment, that feeling of accomplishment under your belt that you did it on your own. You don't want anyone else to take claim over what you achieve, because if you do it on your own, then you know that you did it and no one else can say that they're the reason why you did it or the reason why you got somewhere. It's like, this is my journey. This is my legacy. This is what I need to do for me. And while I appreciate your help, whoever this is, I'm reluctant to open up and tell you all my secrets and let you in on everything that I'm feeling, because you may try to affect the way I see my circumstances, or your energy may interfere with what I have going on. It's like when you put white clothes in the wash with color clothes. And I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but that's very funny. It's like you don't want to put your white clothes together with your multicolored clothes, because if you do that, then it's going to change the way the white clothes come out. What's this energy over here for Pisces? Envious, irritated, reverse, peaceful. Yeah. Hermit. See what I'm saying? You just don't want to be involved in something because it's like, it's just going to taint the results. Like, you could be doing some type of alchemy, some type of magic. You just don't want to affect the results of something. Something is gestating. Ten of Wands, Hermit. Yeah. You're like focused. You're very focused on accomplishing a goal or completing a task by yourself. Someone wants to help you so bad and you're just like, and you know what it is? I think someone feels like they're doing you a favor, but actually I think you know intuitively that they're not. It's like, it looks, because that Ten of Wands looked like someone was struggling with those wands, and but it's not that. It's like you're building discipline, you're building your power, you're building your skills, you're building your muscles. It's like if you're at the gym working out and you're lifting weights and somebody's like, "Oh, you want me to help you lift that up?" No, you could spot me, but don't lift the weights for me. That defeats the purpose. What's the Hermit? Oh, wow. Nine of Cups reversed. Two of Cups. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's some type of communication that you're having with a person that is making you unhappy, or it's not really fulfilling you in some type of way. It's like you met someone when you were in a kind of like difficult place, or a place where you were not satisfied with the results that you were getting. And it's kind of like you met someone while you were trying to figure something out on your own, and they came along and it's like, "Oh, I know the answer. I can tell you what you're supposed to do." And you're like, nobody asked you. I never said I needed help. You assumed that I need help because of what you saw me going through, but I did not ask you for help. That's why you have to be careful. Like, I feel like that sometimes when it comes to these readings, so I kind of tiptoe around certain things that I say depending on the situation, because I don't want to tell you guys to do something that would affect the process that you already have going on. And I think I said that in the beginning of this reading, like, I want you to use your own intuition. And it's like, if like, you have to ask people permission. Can I tell you something that I'm observing? Would you like my help? Do you need me to do anything? And you're kind of like giving that person the free will to make the decision. But it kind of feels like you've met someone here, or you're communicating with someone, and you don't like the way that they communicate with you because they just assume that you want their help, or they assume that you need them to do something, or they assume that they know the answer to the question that you're asking, and you're like, no, this is something I'm doing within. This is me searching within myself to come up with the resolution that is going to fix my situation on my own. And I have to do it on my own, or else I'm never going to be able to really understand it. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. You're settling something that you're unhappy about by going within and figuring out what it is that you need to resolve the situation. Even though it's difficult and hard, and it could feel like a burden at times, it's something that you've accepted needs to be done so that you can overcome this and so that it won't happen again. If somebody bails you out all the time or gives you the solution and the answer all the time, you'll never be able to figure out the answer for yourself. And I don't think this person or whoever this is understands that. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Death card. There's a thin line that you're walking here. There's a very precarious position that you're in. And you're trying to change it. And it's like someone always wants to talk about the bad things or negative things. And you're just kind of like, that's stressing you out. It feels like it's stressing you out and you just want peace. This could be someone who's complaining about their situation and they're being vulnerable with you because they feel like they have a safe place with you. And they're like, oh, tell me about all your problems because I'm going to tell you about all of mine. And you're like, bitch, no, you're not. It's like they want you to feel open to talking to them because they want to dump on you. So they want you to feel like you can dump on them. And it's like, that's not a healthy relationship. Like, is that what's going on? Like, is that the motive of this? Do you want me to feel open to talk to you because ultimately you want to dump on me? Like, Cause sometimes it's like, it's weird because like that's how people will come across, but it'll make it seem like it's of such good intentions. Or like if somebody offers you a job or offers you an opportunity or brings an opportunity to your awareness, and they try to position it like it's going to help you so much and it's going to benefit your life, and in reality they have an ulterior motive, because by you coming on to a situation or coming into a situation under them, or they're the one who recommended you, referred you, brought you in, that actually benefits them more than it benefits you. So what's this safe, vulnerable, and receptive energy? Temperance. Could be a Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be. It's like someone is trying to blend your situations together or make it seem like you guys are in the same position or predicament. And it's like, no. You're like, not really. Tower. Four of Swords. This kind of feels like somebody who likes to involve themselves in other people's situations and problems because they don't want to deal with their own situations and problems. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Four of Swords. Something about healing or a lack of communication. This could be a person who's trying to figure out like why you don't talk to them very often. And I think it's because they irritate you when y'all communicate. What's the Temperance? Four of Pentacles. I mean, my bad. Four of Cups. This person could be very possessive. It's like they're sitting here like, oh, it's like they're this child. Hey, Pisces, I have your solution. I have what you need. I have the answer. I know how to fix this. And you don't want that? Why don't you want that? And you're like, because I didn't ask for that. Like, it's like somebody who tries to get you back together with your ex without asking you if you want to get back together with your ex. I fixed your relationship, Pisces. I didn't want you to fix it. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Okay. And I think this person is kind of like upset or sad or shocked that you didn't want their help. It's like this person feels like they're giving you an opportunity and you rejected it. And they feel perturbed, perplexed, confused. They're trying to rationalize this situation about why you're blocking them or why you're putting up a boundary with them. What's the Four of Cups? Knight of Cups. See what I'm saying? Let's talk about everything that makes you sad, Pisces. That's the only way you're going to get over it. And you're like, no. Sound like somebody just threw up, but they did not. Little kid was chucking something in the dumpster. It's like somebody saying, I'm sorry you got rejected. I'm sorry you're upset. I'm sorry this didn't work out. And they're telling you to work out. And that's admirable, but it's like, you have to do whatever this is on your own. And, you know, there are times where we have to realize that there are people there for us, to help us, to, you know, work out a situation with us and help us try to come to some type of conclusion, resolution, solutions. But there are situations where someone can be a crutch or where someone can cause more harm than good. Even if they have the best of intentions. Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups. We can work together. We can be a team. Someone is offering you a job or offering you help or friendship, collaboration, partnership. They want to bring you into their friend group, or they want to bring you into their business, or they want to try to help you by offering you something that they feel would help work out a situation. But there has to be some type of collaboration between the two of you or other people. And they feel like this is something to celebrate, but it's like you're rejecting it or you don't want it. It's like somebody saying, can you be my friend? Or do you want to be my friend? Or if you're my friend, I can help you get through this situation. Yeah. But I just feel like I get where this person is coming from. But because I know sometimes, depending on, you know, the situation, I can relate to the way that you guys think. I can see why you may not benefit or believe that you can benefit from whatever's being offered to you. You know? What's the Two of Swords? The Lovers. There's definitely a choice that you're attempting to make, that you know you need to make. You're drawn to something for a reason you can't quite understand, or you feel you have to do something a certain way and you don't quite understand why, but you know why. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands. Yeah, you see that you're being pulled down a certain path. But it's like you don't know the ending to the story, but you know you have to like handle something a certain way or go down a certain path. The Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. You feel really strongly about something. I feel like you do love someone, or someone loves you. But you may be afraid to say it or solidify it or confirm it. Page of Swords, Devil. Or you know someone loves you and is attracted to you or has some type of feelings for you, but they're afraid to say so or confirm it. Some of you may have a friend who is attracted to you or they want to date you, but they're not telling you about it. It's like you're finding out that someone has feelings for you or something, and you were sensing it all along, or... But I don't know if this is like love for some of you guys or like hidden animosity. I don't really feel the animosity. But you never know, because the Seven of Swords is the first card that came out. But it kind of just feels like somebody doesn't want you to reject them, or... Right now, wherever the connection is, they feel safe. I don't know. This is either something that you don't want from someone else, or something that another person is afraid to admit that they want with you. You may be the one who's trying to be very receptive and like tell someone that they can come out of their shell or make someone feel comfortable about like expressing their feelings, but they may not be comfortable. So you can't force someone, Pisces. Like, I just think Spirit wants you to know the dynamics of when it's appropriate to offer your opinion or offer someone help and how you should go about doing it. Because either you're in a situation where someone is being very overbearing or being very, it's like they're inserting themselves in situations that you really don't want them to be involved in. Or you're the one that's doing that to someone else. What's the Sun card? Oh, Justice flipped out. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody feels like you would go very well together with them, or you feel like the two of you would get along well. Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. For a long time, either you or someone else has been holding on to the idea or holding on to hope that something would work out and come together and be balanced out. Two of Cups, Seven of Cups. But I feel like you're having to rationalize within that you're not going to get what you want. I'm sorry for some of you guys who... I'm sorry if this is a situation where someone rejected you. Probably several times. Because I feel like you knew that you and another person would go really well together, but they were too afraid to step out of their comfort zone. And you knew that y'all would be a good match, or that y'all could build something strong together. but they just couldn't let go of something. Or you found out that they were with someone else. And I feel like you just want to move on peacefully or like let it go. It's like you're telling someone what you saw for the future, and it's like, I don't know, it's like you were trying to say how you felt without saying how you felt. You were trying to express to someone how you felt about them without telling them flat out, I love you, or I'm in love with you, or this is what I want. I feel like you were trying to be strategic about like how you approach the situation. You could be mirroring someone else's feelings towards you. So if this is not what happened to you, and if you rejected someone that you know felt strongly about you, this is it's coming up because this is how they were feeling, and you could sense how they were feeling. What's the Three of Swords? Six of Swords. Yeah, Judgment and the King of Pentacles. I feel like someone's either found out that you've moved on, or you found out that someone else has moved on, and they're happy. And it's like, you're sad, but you're not sad for them, but you're sad because you would have liked for it to go the way that you imagined it would go, but it didn't. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Death card. There's something that's changed and you have to move on. Or you decided to make a change and someone else needs to move on. Four of Swords, Ace of Swords. Someone's moved on. You may feel betrayed, or you may feel like a situation is over with. This could have even been someone who passed away, or they just don't want to talk to you anymore because they're going through a change or they're going through a situation. What's the Seven of Swords, though? All right, whose bright idea? Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Emperor. Yeah, it's like you're changing your mind, or you've changed your mind. You're more motivated to go towards something else. You have a strategy, a creative strategy that you want to implement and work on. You're confident about it. You're building up your muscle. What's this Shy card over here? What's this Shy card? Empress. You could have a kid who's very shy. Oh, okay. Page of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like there's this energy of someone trying to make someone feel like they can trust them. And either they want you to know that you can trust them and open up, or you want someone else to know that they can trust you and open up. But someone is afraid of change. And you can see the future of the benefits of them like opening up to you, or maybe they can with you. But it has to happen in like divine timing. We saw the Wheel of Fortune. It can't be rushed. It can't be forced. So depending on, it doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on. That's the situation. Something cannot be rushed. Something cannot be forced. A situation cannot be like sped up. Someone needs to take whatever time that they need, the time that they're supposed to take to overcome a situation or to get over a situation, and it can't be forced or rushed. So if somebody's trying to force you, or, you know, coerce you, or kind of manipulate you, or be sneaky, or I don't know, If someone is doing things to try to make you feel comfortable before you're comfortable, it's like it's not going to work. If someone is trying to solve your problems for you, but you have told them or set a boundary with them or felt like you need to do something on your own, it's like it's like somebody's trying to overstep a person's boundary and force them to do things the way that they want them to do things. And if you're doing that, you need to stop, okay? But a lot of you, I feel like, are having that done to you by someone else. And it's just not going to work. Okay? Taurus, Libra, Virgo for the Empress, Temperance, Sagittarius, Justice, Libra or Taurus, Sun, Leo, Death card, Scorpio, Lovers, Gemini, and Hermit, Virgo. I feel like there's someone who you communicated a boundary with, but you communicated that boundary with love and respect, and someone is just determined to get you to see things their way. What else does Pisces need to know? I won't hurt you, but it kind of came out. Yeah, it was like it was going in reverse. You're not sure if someone will hurt you or not. Set the date. Friend zone. So someone could be inviting you to their wedding. And you may be deciding not to go. Like, this could be somebody who you were in love with. They friend zoned you. You tried to tell them in so many words that you loved them and wanted to be with them, but they still friend zoned you. I feel like maybe you even came out and told them several times, and they knew this, but they were kind of like, okay, I'm getting so much shit. I kind of feel like for some of you guys, if you're finding out that someone who you were in love with got married or is in a relationship and they're getting married, having a baby, inviting you to some type of party or celebration, like trying to make you feel like you're safe to talk to them, and, you know, maybe you tried to make them feel like they were safe to express their feelings with you. It kind of feels like some fucked up shit. And I'm trying to figure out how to express it and just spit it out. And that could be what's going on. Like, somebody's trying to figure out how to just spit it out and tell you that they're getting married to someone else, or they're having a baby with someone else, or they're building a life with someone else, when this person knew that you were in love with them and knew that you had feelings for them, and then they acted like maybe they had the same feelings for you, or that they were trying to figure things out, or that they were going through difficult times. It's like someone who strung you along waiting for something better, pretty much. There it is. I said it. And you feel envious because you're like, that was supposed to be me. That was something that I wanted. And to prevent yourself from being irritated, maybe you don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to be your fucking friend. I don't want to have like a platonic relationship with you after, you know, I told you all of my feelings and poured out my heart to you, and you acted as if we just had to wait until things settled in your life to now find out that you were just using me as a placeholder. That could be how somebody feels about you. That you don't care for them truly. You're just kind of like using them as a placeholder, or you're using them as a friend until a better friend comes along, or I don't know what that is, but that's what I feel. I don't think that's you, Pisces. For majority of you guys, even if someone does see you that way, if you're a person who thinks someone could feel that way about you and you can understand where they're coming from, I don't think you actually like did that. If you expressed lovingly to someone that you disagreed or you didn't feel the same way, I feel like someone is trying to change your mind or overstep your boundary. And that's where it would apply to where you look like the bad guy, right? Because someone doesn't want to accept some type of boundary that you set. and accept the way that you feel about a situation. But for some of you, you were in a situation with someone where maybe you didn't want to accept how they felt if they didn't feel the same way. But now I feel like you're doing something, or you're motivated to do something that's distracting you from that situation. I hope that this makes sense, because what I feel like is going on is that you're trying to figure out a way to make peace within yourself with whatever the situation is. If somebody sees you as an enemy or the bad guy, you're trying to make peace with that because you feel bad that someone feels bad because of whatever you felt. And you don't want someone to feel bad, but you also can't just do what other people want you to do because that's what they want you to do. So it's like you're trying to rationalize within yourself how to make peace with this in your own heart and your own mind, so that you won't be irritated all the time, or so that you won't have these animus feelings towards this other person. You want to make peace with whatever it is, even if you feel bad about how you made someone feel, even if you didn't intentionally make them feel that way. For some of you, you feel like you just need to do something on your own, and someone is not understanding that, and they're very determined to change your mind. And I just feel like they feel like over time they're going to be able to change your mind. And I just don't think that that's true. Because they're doing that, you get the Seven of Swords energy from them, and you don't trust them. And there's a very important date that's coming up where you're going to have to kind of like set a boundary again. And this time you may not be as nice about it. And then for some of you guys, there's a person here who kind of strung you along and used you as a placeholder until something else transpired in their life, and you feel used because you told this person how you felt in so many words, or you tried to express, clearly how you felt and communicate about what decision they were going to make. And they kept saying they don't know, they need time. But if you look at it, there's 7 swords here. 2 + 3 is 5. So there is some type of animosity, or there are some type of ulterior motives and selfish behavior that's going on in the situation. And in that particular situation where somebody was possibly using you as a placeholder, I feel like you guys are hurt by the situation, but also understanding the time in your life where this was going on, and you're accepting what you had to go through, even if they were stringing you along, because you're starting to see the bigger picture, and you're focused on something that you want to accomplish or something that you want to achieve that's helping you build your muscle when it comes to situations like this, so that they don't affect you as much in the future. It's not like you're not throwing a fucking pity party. If somebody strung you along, you're putting your energy into projects and moving forward with your life and kind of distracting yourself from whatever this is. But I also feel like you're not going to allow someone to act as if they're here for you when they obviously did something fucked up towards you. Okay? It's like, don't come back around sniffing around in my garden when you decided that I was a placeholder. And then for those of you guys who are really like tired of somebody trying to insert themselves in your business, it's like, don't come around acting like you're here for me when I can sense that whatever you're doing or however you're approaching me is for your own benefit. Stop acting like I'm stupid. And that's what it is. It's like you... Let me relax. You've decided that you're tired of people acting like you're stupid. Say what you're going to say. If you're going to say what you're going to say what you're going to say. And I think that's why I'm so blunt, y'all. It's because for my whole life, people have been tiptoeing around me like I just can't handle situations. Because they create scenarios where I react or respond to their energy and think that it's me. It's not me. You think that I can't handle situations because I've caught you in lies. And if you would have just told me the truth, I would have handled the situation. But because you were afraid and because you projected your feelings onto me, or you projected a reaction or response onto me that was illegitimate, it's like you created that response within me because you didn't just come out and say what the fuck you needed to say. So don't act like I'm crazy or I'm doing something that is out of order in this situation. Now that I hear the truth after you lied to me for so long, don't act like I'm overreacting, bitch. Because if you would have just came and said whatever you had to say, I can handle that. But it's like Pisces, people sometimes treat us like we're babies or we're delicate or we're some fine china. And that's cool because I am fine china. Fine. You can see me that way. But it's like people feel sometimes like they have to handle you very delicately. Because at any moment or time you could explode, or there could be a tipping point where you blow up because they've seen you blow up before, but they're not wanting to take accountability for the reason why you blew up, and they're not wanting to accept or open their eyes to the fact that whatever caused you to blow up was more than likely something that was done improperly or immorally, that affected you in a negative way, that had folks just said what needed to be said, then it could have been avoided, right? You're not delicate. You can handle fucking situations. You can handle your emotions. But what you can't deal with is people trying to act like... You can't deal with people trying to control your life and the outcomes and control your reactions by tiptoeing around what the fuck needs to be. Just say what you need to say. Ooh, not spirit popping off. The dragonfly... Be lighthearted, Pisces. Don't worry about it. Lighthearted and adapt. Finding out and change. Things coming to light and heal. So you're finding out about things, and things are coming to the light that Spirit doesn't want you to get upset about, because you're about to find out, I think, some things that people lied to you about. And I feel like you're doing things to not pay attention to it. Poker face, taking a chance, risk, options, not showing hand, gambling, right? Abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude, bliss. I feel like someone was definitely risking a connection with you, or risking the way that you see them, because they had on this poker face, or they had this demeanor about themselves that they weren't being completely transparent. 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Chariot, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be somebody who's coming towards you to invite you to a party, a wedding, a celebration. This could also be someone who's coming towards you who hasn't really come towards you in a long time. And you may not know like how to receive this. Strength. Even if it takes a long time, you're going to accomplish your goals. It's like, I just feel like someone is afraid to approach you with something that they know they should have been more honest about. So they're trying to strategize how to get whatever this is off their chest. What's this? I won't hurt you. What is this? I won't hurt you. Ace of Swords. Yeah. It's like somebody's telling you the truth about something that they lied to you about or kept from you for a long time because it benefited them. But then saying like, oh, I never wanted to hurt you, or I won't hurt you moving forward. And it's like, but the truth or the clarity that you're giving me puts that statement into question. Okay. 5 of Wands. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Conflict underneath the surface. arguing about what's real and what's fake. It's like, how can you say you're not going to hurt me if you already did something that you knew would hurt me? You think just because you're coming clean and telling me what the fuck you did, that now it just means all is well? And it's like, that's dumb. I feel like you have the right to isolate yourself or not talk to someone because they took the easy way out, or they took the safe route instead of being vulnerable when it counts and being open and receptive when it counts, or accepting your desire to have clear communication. Like, they took the easy way. They took the safe way. This could be something at a gas station, Safeway, or I don't know. But now it's like they want to be vulnerable and they want to be receptive and all these other things. But it's like, what's the advice? Garnet, justice. Mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. So Spirit is like, hey, go easy on them, Pisces. Go easy on them, Pisces. Okay, Moonstone, secret. If you want to keep a secret, you must also hide it from yourself. Because people can read you. Yeah, and if someone kept a secret from you, I feel like you could read the situation. Because they didn't do a good job of keeping this secret. But it's like, try to have mercy on them. Yeah, because they made a mistake. They know they made a mistake. There's no need to rub that shit in. I know. And I don't think you're rubbing it in, but I also feel like sometimes you have a tendency to just say things that are true, but that can be possibly a little bit hurtful. Koh-i-Noor, diamond, mistake. Anyone who has ever made a mistake has never tried anything new. So again, my bad. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Yeah. I just feel like Spirit doesn't want you to handle this situation like you would handle it before. However you've improved and evolved and transformed yourself, however you've grown, however you've ascended in life, Spirit doesn't want you to react or respond the same way that you may have reacted or responded in the past, or they don't want you to let something affect you in the same way that you would have allowed it to affect you in the past, to create a response or reaction that will ultimately turn out to be counterproductive. They want you to try to approach this from a merciful, forgiving, open-minded perspective, while also honoring the boundaries that you feel are important in your life and the expectations that you set for yourself and others. But you can't expect somebody to do something that you would do just because you would do it. So it's like there needs to be balance in how you handle or respond or react to this situation, if you decide to respond or react at all. Because I feel like someone is very sensitive and they're wanting to be vulnerable with you. But because you can see past the presentation to the core of it, it's difficult for you to kind of tiptoe around what you're saying. It's difficult for you to not speak your mind. It's like if somebody brings out a dinner that looks really good, but it tastes disgusting. It's hard for you not to, tell the truth when the chef comes and asks how everything tasted. Like the food was nasty. It looked pretty, but it was nasty. It wasn't seasoned. It was bland. It didn't even fill you up because they put that little bitty piece of meat on there. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with that? And all that little drawing and stuff that they do on the plate. And you're like, listen, you could take half of that shit off and just season the food a little bit more and give me a bigger piece and we would be good. And that's what you would say to the chef when the chef comes and asks you. But it's like Spirit is asking you to kind of be a little merciful and say, well, what I can say is that this is an experience I've never had before and I'm grateful for it. And people can draw whatever conclusions they want from that statement, but I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to reconsider embarrassing the fuck out of somebody. That's what anyway, Pisces, I hope that helped you. Like and subscribe to catch the vibe. Get in the comments. Did it resonate? Let me know. If you can, donate. PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, if you feel so inclined. No pressure. I just ask that you guys support the channel through engaging with the content. That is very helpful, especially if you got a hype, okay? Hype your girl up. Also, if you want to book a reading, the link is below. And I love you guys, Pisces. I hope this helped. And remember, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.